because we're grad students. You know, we just got out of an evening class.
Could you sense the commotion outside from inside? I'm kind of curious when it hit you what was going on.
Yeah, we got the alerts, and then the restaurant owners started noticing that there were like lots of lights outside, and then I told her, I said, yeah, there's like information about there being a shooting, and so then she ran to lock the door, and then she, you know, we wanted to go home at some point, and we felt that if there were a bunch of cops around, then maybe we could move carefully through the street, and so she tentatively let us out.
What did the alert say? Do you mind telling us what it said?
The alert said that it was like 2 male suspects who had dark complexions and that they were wearing like dark jackets. Yeah, that's what we heard.
What are students at Georgetown saying right now? That people are texting back and forth and things like that.
We do have a degree like all chat between the grad students in our program and the School of Foreign Service, and they said, they were like, oh, just to let people know that it's happening and, you know, to be careful. And we were like, wow, we're actually in the area right now, so we need to stay where we are.
You're a Georgetown student?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your name?
Olivia.
Olivia, what's your last name?
Should I share that?
If you don't want to.
I guess Beach. Yeah, Olivia Beach.
How do you spell beach?
B-double-E-C-H.
B what?
B-double-E-C-H.
And you're a graduate student at Georgetown?
I am.
Which school are you in?
I'm in the School of Foreign Service. Yeah.
So you said that you got the alert.
Yeah.
And then wound up in a restaurant or what?
Well, we were just crossing over somewhere to go after class, and we figured it's cold out, we want to stay indoors, and then we got the alert, and we were like, okay, we're staying inside, we're not going anywhere because we're like a block away from everything. So.
Looking back, I mean, this was 2 hours or so ago now.
Yeah.
Any just thoughts thinking back about the fact that this happened, and I don't know, any reflections about just being in the middle of all this?
Honestly, it's really scary because of how close it is. And you're like, oh, we have to stay here, we can't go home yet. No, it was scary. I was pretty paranoid. I kept staring at the door, and that's when I let the restaurant owner know. I was like, can you please lock the door, because I'm scared.
Olivia, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You walked straight into the high theater, so really
Thanks for doing that.
Sorry, just to clarify, were you eating at the restaurant or you were walking after
We were
class?
eating.
You were eating.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Chief's on his way.
Thank you. You gotta be a little careful with that. Oh, but you can take it out.
All right, good evening. We ready? All right, good evening, everyone. Chief Robert J. Conti III, Chief of the Metropolitan Police here in Washington, D.C. This evening, just after about 6 o'clock p.m., members of the Metropolitan Police Department responded to the area of the 3300 block of M Street Northwest for a report of a stabbing and a shooting. Officers responded to this area. Once they arrived on the scene, they located a male who had been shot. What our investigation has revealed so far, this appears to be a targeted shooting. What we've learned is that there was our victim in this case was a black male, younger black male. He was seated on one of the retaining walls down on M Street, and it appears that another individual, younger black male, wearing a black puffy type coat with a black hat and light colored jeans, shot our victim in this case. We are not sure at this point exactly why he shot him. There appears to be that there was some type of altercation that may have occurred. We believe that our suspect in this case may have suffered some type of injury. So we're asking for the public to assist us in reviewing any video footage or cameras that they may have, who live along the area of 33rd Street in the 1300 block of 33rd Street. Right now, the victim, who was taken to an area hospital, he has just been recently pronounced deceased at this point. Again, we're asking for the public's help with any information. They can call us at 202-727-9099. Again, not exactly sure what led to this, but it appears that may have been some type of argument that led to a targeted incident at our victim in this case. My condolences to the family of this victim, and that's pretty much all that we have so far. We'll be working this area pretty much through the rest of the evening, interviewing witnesses. There were several witnesses that were in the area. In addition to that, we'll conduct a canvass for video footage in the area as well that may assist with the investigation. And that's all that we have.
We noticed on M Street that there was a taped off section of the stairwell there, and also a PD was there. Can you tell us how that's connected? Neighbors are saying they saw blood on the stairs.
Yeah, so we're checking the area. Again, we think that it's possible that our suspect in this case may be injured as a result of some altercation or something that happened here, but we have just recently cleared that area. Again, we're looking for our suspect, we believe to be a black male. I don't have a height or weight, wearing a black in color puffy kind of coat with a skull cap, light jeans, and possibly injured. So again, we'll be checking the area, hospitals, etc., to see if we are able to locate anyone.
Do you have an age on the victim, and as far as the suspect, any vehicle, or you think he's on foot?
We don't have an age on the victim just yet. All I know, he's a young black male, but I'm not exactly sure what his age is. We'll have that as the night goes on, and once we make identification, make next of kin notification, we'll be able to release that information. Right now, we don't have a vehicle lookout or anything like that. It appears that our suspect was accompanied by another individual, and it appears that they went up 33rd Street from M Street.
Did you say there was a stabbing? Was the suspect stabbed?
It's possible. We don't know. We received a call for stabbing and a shooting at this location. So the suspect may be injured in this case. We're just not sure at this time. Obviously, all this information is preliminary. It's just information that we've gathered over the course of the last hour to be able to report to you guys what we have so far.
Chief, we spoke with a Georgetown student who indicated y'all were looking for 2 people. It is in fact one person you believe that is responsible for this?
So we believe that one person fired a shot, but that person may be in the company of another person that walked off with him.
Chief, this obviously happened at a dinner time where people were eating. Was anybody else involved? I know you said there were a number of witnesses.
No, it doesn't appear. Again, this appears to be very targeted. The victim in this case, he was seated on one of the retaining wall barrier up here prior to this incident happening. So not exactly sure what happened prior to that. We're investigating all of that right now. We just don't know.
The other thing, I was walking down Prospect, and there seemed like there had been another crime scene over on that side as well. Are there other areas in here that you guys are looking at and investigating?
So as he mentioned, we have received some calls from residents regarding that that have led us to other areas because the suspect may be injured in this case. And right now we just don't know. So we're asking community members as well as hospitals, anyone fitting that description, to certainly give us a call.
Chief, there's been a lot of talk lately about increases in violent crime and carjackings and things. You're going from scene to scene to scene, probably getting very little sleep. What do you say to the residents here in Georgetown? It's happening in the middle of the early evening hours. A lot of people out, their shops, businesses, people out, people live down here.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk specifically about homicides, homicides right now, the number that we're looking at, I always say one is one, too many. I mean, it's less than what we had this time last year. The real focus of violent crime, when you talk about what's on the increase, all the other categories are down, the robberies are the increase. And when you talk about robberies and how that impact people, I think it makes people at times feel unsafe. But specifically in this case, a targeted shooting. Again, we don't know what the argument is, what happened. We know that somebody had a gun, and as a result of this argument, somebody is deceased, unfortunately. So we'll continue to work this case through the night and moving forward from here to hold this person accountable, to find out who he is and why we have someone who's dead, as you mentioned, in the late afternoon or late evening rush hour, why someone is dead. Again, I don't know what the dispute was that led to this, but it's certainly our responsibility to get to the bottom of that, and we will.
Did you recover the weapon?
No, the weapon has not been recovered as of yet. Anything else? Okay, all right, thank you guys. No, I mean, I wish there was more I could give you in terms of what the motive was behind this, but we really just don't know enough about it right now. It's in the very early stages. We know that, this individual is deceased. We know that a person shot this individual, and we're not exactly sure why that happened.
No other shots hit any businesses or anything else?
No.
What business was it
Closest to? It was pretty much right a couple of doors, maybe a door or so past where the Good Stuff Eatery is, but before you get to the corner, so maybe a business or two away from the corner.
A question from British television. I mean, obviously this is one of the most famous international destinations for tourists. What would you say to people worrying about the safety of visiting Georgetown or downtown Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, people can still visit Georgetown and downtown Washington, D.C. Our police officers will be out there. This type of incident, can happen anywhere when someone decides that they want to target another individual. But the Metropolitan Police Department will be here. We'll investigate this case, and our goal is to find the person who's responsible for this. Thank you. It's been maybe over a year. I can't remember. I want to say maybe down on Thomas Jefferson or something like that. But it's been quite a while. All right. Thank you so much. Yep.